Last night I slept really well and I needed it. I had a long, hard day and I'm just passed out. I think a Benadryl and eating all that pasta right before bedtime, put me into a pasta coma, as I like to call it. I spent the night at mile marker 1989, which I'm just a little bit past. It's going on 7. You can see the early morning misty clouds wafting their way through the mountains here. Its elevation's around 5,700 feet. As far as today, hopefully today's a good short day. It's less than 10 miles to the highway, and it's about 3.5 to the turnoff to the Big Lake Youth Camp. I think it's a Seventh-day Adventist camp. They're real hiker-friendly folks. I'll stop in there to get some water, and it's about another mile after you get to their trail, so still 4.5 miles. And it's all downhill. Quite chilly right now. My fingers are cold. If you don't like getting up in the morning and you dread that, going to the bathroom in the cold toilet seat, forget about it. I wish I had a cold toilet seat. Try a cold everything. Squatting in the woods. So here's what the trail looks like. It's a pretty day. Blue skies. I don't see any sun yet. Somewheres. Just popped out of the woods and the sun's up. I'm on the west side of this mountain and it's cloaked in cloud up there. You can see some cloud. That stuff will burn off later. But so this part won't get much sun, any sun for a few hours. But sun's up, and the valley down below and mountains in the distance are all lit up. And I'm heading this way, north, towards 242 and Big Lake Youth Camp, and eventually Bend, unless I can only get as far as Sisters. I'll stay there, but I hear it's quite pricey tourist town. All I know is I only have to do half the miles today, and it's pretty much a downhill thing. I'll take it. I decided to do this extra section and because if I'd cut off back there, no, actually the highway in front of me is Highway 20. Yeah, if I'd jumped off back yesterday on Highway 242, then I would have had to tack this on to the next section, and it would have been over 100 miles. So I thought I'd break it up so it'd be more even and go ahead and knock this out since I had the food. And it's about a 90-something mile section. I'm approaching 2,000 miles. I think I've done, well, yeah, I was at 1989, so today will put me right at 2,000. It's a weird thing. The trail moves, if you can believe it or not. And like last year, Yogi's guidebook said that this highway up here is like 2,004 miles or something. Now, this year, according to Half Mile, the highway is actually at 1999. So I don't know where those 5 miles went in 1 year. I'm saying I've done 2,000, however. I'm just going to average them out. I started last year. Maybe I did those other 5 miles last year. Who knows? Ferns. Ferns and little flowers, little red and bluish purplish guys, indigo. If I knew any good fern songs, I'd sing one. Big Lake user trail and the PCT. This is a turnoff. Yeah, I learned that one the hard way last summer. If I see horses coming, I know to make myself visible and audible so I don't spook the horses. I'm going here to get water, which will get me onto the highway. If I'm lucky, I'll be invited. Oh, there's deer way down there. Can't see. I see ya. There we go. A mother and their doe. Little baby and a mom. Okay. I can't see the camera because the sun. I had horses on the brain. I thought as soon as I saw a couple of large animals on the trail, I thought, hey, horses. But that didn't make any sense. If I'm lucky, I'll be invited to have a meal. don't expect it. Welcome. Check-in at headquarters. Cool. Wow. Buildings, vehicles, flags, more buildings. I just gotta find headquarters. Arrived at Big Lake Youth Camp, and it's a proper youth camp. Cabins, the bell in the middle that they ring for different events. They just rang the bell. Everybody's forming up. I'm guessing for breakfast. I'm not sure. I just met someone here. She said I'm supposed to meet a guy named Noah. How appropriate. Church camp, Noah. And he's not here yet, but she's invited me to breakfast. She's going to go try to find him for me. So that's a bonus. I'd heard that they sometimes offer meals if you're here at the right time, and so if I get that, that'll be a nice little blessing. Just had breakfast and topped off my water at this Big Lake Youth Camp. That facility you see behind me there is a new one they're building just for the PCT hikers, for laundry and showers or whatever, stuff like that. Well, I'm reinvigorated, ready to go. Got another 5-something miles to the highway where I hope to get lucky and get a ride on into Bend. See all the dead trees on this side? See, they're all there. Dead trees everywhere. And then this side, it's good. So breakfast, no mosquitoes. Big Lake Youth Camp. Good spot to go. They also, it's a popular spot for PCT hikers to mail packages, and then they pick them up there. And they even have a liaison who handles us. So I guess all day long we just sort of wander in through here, and he's the guy that greets them and gets them on their way. I stopped by REI yesterday after I arrived at Bend and picked up some new things. I got a compass. My other one's so faded I can't read the letters anymore, and there's one on my phone, but I prefer a mechanical one. I got Stronger Deet. I picked up a 25% one out of the hiker box back at Crater Lake, but I'm going to go with the 40% this time around. And I got a little bit of gas left, but I'm going to leave it behind and get a new gas canister. Boy, did I need a new belt. For some reason, I brought a little belt that was so flimsy that it didn't have a chance, and so I've been using this cord to hold my pants up, and that's been very unsatisfactory. Of course, I've lost weight, so I need something to hold it up, so I can't wait to get this belt on. 2 new sets of socks, the Darn Tough and the Ngigi liners, and I've still had no blisters, so socks are important to me, and the other ones are starting to wear out, and 4 new dinners. I'm in Bend, Oregon, and this is my zero. Everybody's having a nice lazy Saturday, taking their floats down the river through the middle of town. I'm gonna go see a movie here in a little bit. I've done my shopping and got the haircut and all that good stuff, so just taking a day off, letting my legs rest. Bend, Oregon's pretty cool. It's hard, long way from the PCT though. It's 40 miles, so it took me a couple hitches. Maybe I'll get lucky tomorrow when I head out and get only one hitch and I can get all the way back to the PCT.